LGBTQIA plus representation is something that we as a society need to work on. It's not something that it would be nice to have, or an idea we could work for, anything in that vein. No, instead, it's a necessity. 7.1% of the United States population identifies as a member of the LGBTQIA plus community, according to a 2022 poll done by Gallup. This is a huge number, and yet representation seen in modern media, specifically in TV shows, movies, or books, is almost non-existent. While representation, specifically positive representation, has been growing, almost doubling in past years, it is essential for the well-being of all people who identify as a member of this group to be able to see themselves in the characters and the stories that they love. One of the largest entertainment brands in the world is Disney, a company that has a very interesting relationship with LGBTQIA plus people. They made some very impressive leaps forward with diversity and inclusion, like with Marvel's Eternals, but have also had some very serious blunders. One of the main issues with LGBTQIA plus representation is that it's mostly surface level. Disney has been one of the largest problems with representation of this style. A very clear example of this can be seen in Pixar's Onward. At 50 minutes and 40 seconds, the female cop states,
"My girlfriend's daughter got me pulling my hair out, okay?"
That's the only mention of anything LGBTQIA plus in the movie, meaning that Disney can advertise a gay character being in this film, but still remove the line in the scene in order for this movie to release in other countries where being gay is still outlawed. This isn't the only time Disney has included LGBTQIA plus characters by adding dialogue with no through actions. In Marvel's Loki, it's revealed the character of Loki is gender fluid. You'd think this would be an amazing and great step forward in representation, except for the fact the character is only referred to using he, him pronouns, and the confirmation was just a single written line on Loki's arrest record. Additionally, this clip confirming Loki's bisexuality has not been explored any further.
You're a prince. Must have been would-be princesses? Or perhaps another prince?
A bit of both. I suspect the same as you, but nothing ever...
real.
Loki has never had any on-screen attraction or relationship with any male characters, and in fact has never had any actions to back up this claim at all. The third time that Disney has attempted this fake representation was with the inclusion of a lesbian couple in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Towards the end of the film, after the final battle, the victors are celebrating with friends. The camera sweeps across the crowd, showing for about 2 seconds 2 women resistance fighters sharing a kiss. Neither of these characters were of any relevance to the film and could have been removed without anyone even noticing. All 3 of these examples of representation do seem amazing at first. Each of them adds a gay character or characters to a movie that didn't previously have one. However, the problem is that removing the line or clip that showed them has absolutely no weight or bearing on the movie as a whole. Removing it changes nothing. Many people, myself included, missed seeing some of these clips when first watching the movie, specifically the Star Wars one. The clip was simply too fast, you blinked and you missed it, and you couldn't go back. This type of representation lacks weight and simply feels like pandering and virtue signaling, absolutely nothing real. The ways to improve and fix this issue, it's very simple. Surprisingly, it's to stop having LGBTQIA plus representation. Representation is necessary, yes, but only if done right. Represent away, but do it like Marvel's Eternals, not like Star Wars. The character Phastos in Eternals is a married gay man with a son. His relationship with his family informs and alters how he thinks and impacts the final act, causing Phastos to side with the heroes for the sake of his husband and son. Not to mention, this movie also features a prominent kiss between the couple, front and center, not hidden like Star Wars. This kind of inclusion affects the overall story, which is what needs to be seen. LGBTQI plus characters have just as much weight and impact as a straight character. Another movie that features a gay kiss comes from Pixar, that being Lightyear. The difference is the inclusion is much stronger and has a distinct purpose. After Buzz comes back from his mission, he sees that his boss has a wedding ring on. "What's her name?" is the first question he asks her. As the movie progresses, we get to see the lesbian couple grow old and raise a family together. It's a very sweet and heartfelt moment and a very great scene, and it's made so much better by Chris Evans, the voice of Buzz, defending the characters in an interview.
There's always pushback. How would you counter that, I suppose?
Well, the real truth is those people are idiots. I think throughout history you can see every time there's been social advancement as we wake up. The American story, the human story is one of constant social awakening and growth, and that's what makes us good. And when that happens, there's always going to be people who are afraid and unaware and trying to hold on to what was before. But those people die off like dinosaurs. And so, I think the goal is to pay them no mind, march forward, and embrace the growth that makes us human.
Additionally, coming out later this year is a new Disney film called Strange World. While not much is known about this movie yet, it is set to feature an openly gay teen romance, so there is hope for the future. Whether this turns out to be another throwaway line or the start of a wonderful, meaningful character relationship, that still remains to be seen. Of the 16 agreed upon openly gay Disney characters, less than half of them were done justice. In fact, aside from maybe Phastos, Valkyrie, the characters from Lightyear, and possibly Strange World when that comes out, all the other LGBTQIA+ characters were mostly given the background or sideshow treatment. Characters such as LeFou, America Chavez, and McGregor from Jungle Cruise seem to just kind of fade into the background of their movies. This is something that is slowly changing, but that change does need to come faster. Millions of LGBTQIA+ youth in America and across the world need to be able to look up to a powerful main character who they can connect to. If everyone else can see themselves in the shoes of a superhero, a warrior, a space traveler, queer kids should be able to too.